Let's talk about women. Specifically, let's talk about the respect for the woman. The world is in the condition that it's in because the world disrespects women. The world is headed into hell because the world disrespects womanhood. The oppression of women in the world is a manifestation of the weakness of the societies of the earth. Allah, or God, He Himself is self-created. Well, if He was not begotten, then He is self-created. And if He is self-created and created Himself out of the black womb of the darkness of space, think about this now, and I want you to reason with me. He has so much respect for that womb. He kept going back into it to creating the sun, creating the moon, creating the stars, and creating all the beautiful planets. God created everything from the darkness of the womb of the earth. And to keep on creating, He took a small version of the womb's darkness of the earth and placed it into the woman as a womb to continue humanity. There is no mankind without woman. Woman is self-creating, just like God Himself. Wherever people disrespect the womb, they cut off their creative powers. When you disrespect a woman, you disrespect that which absolutely shows you a part of the nature of God Himself. Cutting off a woman is cutting God off. When man denies woman, he denies a part of his own nature that gives him balance. This is why the world is messed up today, yin and yang. You have denied woman, and you have denied the quality of mercy in your own self and in your own life. Those that know me know that I always have sisters around me to say to the whole world, the woman must play an important role, an important part in the development of the nation, or the nation will eventually end up marching and ending up in hell. The woman must not be looked at, brothers, as an object of pleasure or as something just to bear babies with no intelligence. A woman is not a tart. It's not something, a sweet thing that you eat after dinner. Any nation that has an uncultivated woman becomes an uncultivated nation. It is a foolish man who denies God's truth to the woman. The woman should study the Quran, should study the Bible, should study the Torah, should study and internalize all these books. Take her on a walk, brother, and breathe God's words into her. Be her prophet, brother. Let your woman fall in love with the God in you rather than falling in love with your hardware. One lasts, one is temporary. She takes your children and she nurtures them. She bathes them into the world. Whatever you teach the woman, she teaches the children. But when you push her out and make her feel like she's not wanted, that she's not as good as you are, then there is a dislike in her, and she passes it on to the children. And so the children go away from God rather than coming towards God. They run away rather than run towards. You mistreat your woman, you mistreat yourself. You push your woman down, you push yourself down. You pick your woman up, you and I go up. I haven't yet to meet a woman, a man that abuses a woman and loves himself. Am I speaking about black women? Definitely yes. Because the black woman, and especially the South African black woman, is the most abused woman in the whole world. But I'm also speaking about all women, no matter what their color is. And let me say this, those out there, those that condemn me, those that call me a bigot, those that call me a racist, those that call me a hater, those who call me those nasty names in those nasty emails that you send me, I want you to listen, and I want you to listen to me real carefully today. And if anything like that ever comes out of my mouth, raise your hand and stop me and say, you being a racist, you being a bigot. But you'll only be raising your hand, no matter what your color is, and cheering me on, because you know very well that the truth shall set you free, but it will piss you off first. Because that is what they say I am. But tonight, I want you to judge for yourself. Go back as far as you can and point to any of my messages that promote hatred. I stand for three things, based purely on divine law: freedom, justice, and equality. The scriptures dominantly say, let's create man in our own image and after our own likeness. Let them have dominion. They say, let them. Having dominion means freedom. Dominion simply means to dominate. You cannot dominate if you don't have freedom. Without freedom, it becomes impossible for you to have justice, because whoever dominates you becomes the one that decides what is justified, how justified your life is. And without justice, it becomes impossible for you ever to have equality. But you cannot be who God created. You cannot be living as God's perfect creature, as the man that God created, as the man that God gave the command to dominate, if you are dominated by others. We dominate women, and in dominating women, we take away the three divine laws: freedom, justice, and equality. Brother, if you have a daughter and you have a son, and you had to make one choice, which one to take to school, my advice to you is one: take the girl to school, because by educating the girl, you're educating the whole village.